Welcome to today's video. Today I climbed the UK's highest mountain with 3 of my kids and our toddler on my back. And what I want to do today is I want to tell you a bit about the gear that I used, but most importantly the lessons we learned on our way up Ben Nevis, and show you some of the scenery we encountered. So the UK highest mountain is Ben Nevis, up at Glencoe in the Scottish Highlands. This is my 3rd time of climbing this mountain. The first time I did a race and also did a video about that, which you can click here. And the second time I actually also filmed that, which was with a group of like-minded dads, and we did it in the winter time. And this time it was actually my daughter's wish. So when the summer holiday started, she said, you know what, I've got a bucket list item and I really would like to climb Ben Nevis. Obviously the biggest challenge for myself was carrying our toddler. So in total, the weight that I was carrying was probably about 25 kilograms, which in the grand scheme of things is obviously nothing, but nevertheless 25 kilograms over 8 hours, up a mountain, down a mountain, and in pretty miserable conditions. It was a challenge in and of itself, but I have to say we've gone through several baby carriers over the years. Now we've got the Osprey Poco Premium, I think it's called. So I bought that last year and I've been blown away by it, absolutely blown away. The storage capacity, the extra pockets, the rain cover, like it's all great. But the most important thing is it is super comfortable. And in terms of sustenance for today's hike, I tried a new bar, which is called the Realmeal bar. It has about 600 calories in one sitting, which is pretty hefty. I think it's plant-based as well, so friendly for anybody who wants to use it. It tasted great and it had amazing long-lasting energy. It really fueled me for the rest of the hike, so thumbs up, and I definitely will be using that again. Well, in terms of lessons learned, I think I have to be quick with this one now because the midges are descending on me, and if you know anything about midges, they're the worst type of fly. They're tiny, they're very small, but they just bite and they attack you. They come in swarms, horrendous. And sitting by water like this, don't know if you can see them, they are just now all around me. Anyway, lessons learned. The first one was, it was good to be totally over-prepared. I walked up that mountain and I had so much spare food, I had medical equipment, I had spare clothing, I had all that stuff the kids never even saw. And it gave me such a sense of comfort, and just knowing that I could help my children out in any situation, or at least most, and even people on the side, right? Because we definitely encountered some people that I was questioning whether they should be even going up there. Obviously not for me to say, but I knew worst case scenarios. I had foil blankets with me, you know, if somebody was hypothermic, just like shivering on the side of the trail. And that was just a great sense of comfort. So lesson number 2, which actually reminded me of a lesson that we tried to impart on the kids anyway a couple of years ago when we climbed up another Monroe called Ben Nevis, and there's a video somewhere linked up here. And what it is micro goals. But the kids could see the peak as soon as we arrived, and it was a towering peak and it just looked daunting, and they were just frightened by it to a degree. So what we tried to do is just break the journey down and just saying, you know what, we're just going to make it to the next bend. We're going to make it to this bridge. We're going to make it to this tree. And then we're going to have a little break. And we're going to win, and we're going to celebrate those little micro wins, right? And that really helped. And then they started laughing, they started playing games. And the same happened again today, but interestingly, they couldn't see the peak. So although they couldn't see the peak, they were still longing for this instant gratification of knowing, you need to tell me exactly how long this is going to take and tell me when I'm going to be there. And I could do neither, because there were so many factors affecting how fast we were going to go up this mountain, which actually ended up being fairly fast and faster than I thought we would get up. But it was a sense of bringing it back down and saying, look, A, we've played this game before, so we know micro goals work. So let's go and do that again. But B, the other thing is enjoy the journey. Just enjoy the journey. This is going to be arduous. It's going to be hard. The weather's going to be horrible, but let's just enjoy it. And I really took that to heart. I remember walking up, well, several Monroes actually, and just really just not liking it. Just going up and just thinking, this is too much, this is too hard, why am I even being here? But today I just thought, you know what, I've been up this mountain twice, I know how long it's going to take. I'm really going to try and enjoy every step. Every step means I'm out here, I'm enjoying nature, and I was very pleased that that worked. And then over time, the kids got it too. And they played games, they laughed, we were chatting, and we had a great time. So lesson number 2 was breaking big goals into micro goals. And lesson 2A, I guess, is to inject humor into these sort of situations. Now, lesson 3 is one that I've also talked about plenty, and that is just inviting adversity into your life. All of today was difficult. It was an early get up, there was loads to prepare yesterday, there was a long drive, there was adverse weather, there was a big mountain to climb, there were sore legs, shoes didn't fit correctly, it was raining and the gear wasn't 100%. And you know, people were tired, people needed the toilet, all of that. Like, it was all just filled with adversity. But by inviting it in and just saying, you know what, we have chosen to do this challenge. Nobody made us do this challenge. We chose to do this, and we know why we're doing it, because once we've climbed the mountain, the way down is going to be joyous, because we know we've overcome this huge obstacle. And by inviting that into our life, I hope that the children have also definitely learned this lesson of saying, do you know what, sometimes it's okay to choose hard things. It doesn't need to be instant gratification. It doesn't just need to, you know, there are so many other things we could be doing, but we know the payoff is so little in comparison, because at the end of the day, the meal that we had after the mountain and tonight's sleep is so well earned, it's going to be so sweet. And the 4th lesson we learned again today was to seek out micro adventures, right? There are so many big things you can do and so many audacious goals you can set, and they can take a long time to prepare for, and they might take a long time to accomplish. And oftentimes we put those things on our bucket list, but there are small things we can do, right? I mean, this adventure is taking us out of our home for like 36 hours. We're camping outside. We had great food in the evening. We enjoyed nice mountain air. We saw funky people up the trail. And all of those things, but this is just memories in the making. Nothing we could have done today would have given us better memories than just being together, climbing that hill, overcoming it, and then just celebrating that big win. So micro adventures, I love doing them with the kids, and I definitely invite you. Think about what you could do, you know, half a day, couple of days, something fairly local that just takes you out of your comfort zone, but helps you make memories that last a lifetime. So those were the 4 lessons we learned and relearned today. And now that the rain is settling in, I'm gonna crank open this can of beer. There we go. Well earned, I might say. And I'll see you for the next one.